Today it is finally time for the creation of my first franchise series here on Madden 20. And I'm so excited for this one, dudes, as I'm pretty sure you guys are going to enjoy this one. It's sort of going to be like the franchise series that I've done in the past where you guys are extremely involved, but it's going to have a huge twist. As you see the title, as you see the thumbnail, there's a lot of explaining to do. And as we say that, 1,000 likes on today's introductory and creation episode. The next episode will come out tomorrow. Subscribe if you are new and turn on the notification bell if you haven't. And as you've already seen from the title of the video, and probably the thumbnail, we are going to be using the Cleveland Browns in this first Madden 20 franchise. You might be thinking they're a little bit too good this year because I got so many good players in the offseason. As I said, there is a twist on this franchise, and you'll see in just a second as we are going to create our custom coach. We're going to be let's be a motivator. As always, dudes, you know we're gonna rock with Mr. RBT as our coach in this connected franchise series. Now look, we're gonna go muscular. I would like to think I am a muscular young lad. Now skin tone, we'll go with 3, I suppose. Just kidding, we're gonna go with 2. Which one do we go with, dude? It's the same ones as last year. Skin tone number 1. Let's go with this face for old time's sake. If you're an OG, you know who this guy is a replica of. And here, I like to stay casual, so we'll go with the shirt and the pants. Offensive styles, I like to use the New England Patriots playbook, both on offense and on defense. So that's what we're going to rock with in this franchise series as we accept and continue. What we are going to do as well is we are going to be on all Madden, and you'll see that's very important for this franchise. We'll stay on simulation. We'll do salary cap. All this stuff is going to stay on. Relocation settings, although we'll put out everyone can relocate. Injuries obviously can be on. We'll turn off pre-existing injury. We'll have 7-minute quarters in this franchise, and we're going to do manual for everything. As with that said, let's head into our first franchise of Madden 20, and now it is time to do the explaining. The twist on this series. You guys, if you follow me on Twitter, might have saw me retweet this and respond to this tweet. David Blow, a quarterback drafted by the Cleveland Browns, set out this challenge. As he said, seeing as 48 overall may be the lowest quarterback rating ever, which isn't true, I've got $250 for the first person who can win League MVP in the Super Bowl on EA Madden NFL All Madden mode. With me, David Blow at quarterback. Good luck. And guys, that is the challenge that we are setting out for today. I even responded to that tweet. I had that idea in my brain once he said that. So an NFL quarterback has set out this challenge for this franchise series, and we are going to be the one to complete it. With David Blow as our starting quarterback, we have to win the MVP with him and the Super Bowl. It's going to be an impossible franchise with a 48 overall at the helm on all Madden, but we are going to get it done with the help of you guys. And what I mean by that is just like my old franchise series is, what we are going to do is do trades each and every episode as suggested by you guys. We're going to simulate the preseason so we can go ahead and get into week number 1 in next episode. And what we are going to do is from week number 1 to week number 8, we're going to play 1 game per episode, and I am going to at least try to complete 1 trade per episode, as I said, suggested by you guys in the comment section below. So let me know what players you do want me to trade for in this series in the comment section below. And the comments that you see with players you are interested in me trying to acquire, make sure to thumbs those up so I can see what players you do want me to add to the squad. And make sure you do take part in the comment section below, because you will have a chance to be featured in upcoming episodes. And the thing important about this is I am about to go out of town, so later tonight after this video is uploaded, I probably am going to record multiple episodes to upload while I'm gone. So I'm probably going to be taking like 3 or 4 of your comments from today's episode to use for the upcoming episodes, so make sure to take part in the comment section below. As I know one of the concerns about this method, going about a franchise series where I just do a lot of trades from week number 1 to week number 8, obviously this isn't going to be realistic, and a lot of people think it's way too easy when I get some pretty good players in return to make the team even better. But it's not going to be easy because we have a 48 overall quarterback in David Blough as our starter. So it doesn't matter who we have on offense, who we have on defense, every single team. We could have a 99 overall team around David Blough, and every single game will be a struggle for us to win, especially when the challenge also includes winning the MVP with this man. So we are going to have an extremely insane wide receiver core and offensive line to even have a possibility to complete this. And also, I don't know if he was being for real about the $250. I don't care about that, but if for whatever reason that actually does happen and he's going to be $250, I'm going to give away to you guys. So that's another reason you guys want me to get a huge team and trade for huge players and win the Super Bowl and MVP. So hopefully you guys aren't against me trading for a lot of players, and it's only going to be from week number 1 to week number 8, and after week number 8 we are going to do 2 games per episode, so it's not an extremely long drawn out series. And as mentioned, this is going to be on all Madden mode, and we are not going to change any of the sliders because every slider is going to be 50-50, so this can be as difficult as possible. 50 sliders down the board, as hopefully, even though our team is going to have a 48 overall quarterback as the starter, we can still somehow, some way bring in players, bring in a team, create a team that can still give us a chance to win the Super Bowl this season. Now, looking at the team, first of all, our overall was 77, 81 offense, 81 defense, and once we put David Blough as our starting quarterback, he's the 4th quarterback on our depth chart. He is going to be number 1. Baker Mayfield's going to be the backup. Unfortunately, I know this is going to make a lot of Browns fans mad, but there's no point having him as our backup. So Baker Mayfield will probably be traded on to bring in somebody else to this roster. And also a thing with your trades being suggested in the comment section below, I can't guarantee that every single trade will be accepted and we'll be able to get that player. Because as you've seen in Madden 20 and Maddens in the past, there are some players for whatever reason are programmed that doesn't matter who you add into a trade, you just cannot get them no matter what. You could have 3 99 overall players that are all rookies on a bare minimum contract and still not be able to bring them in because Madden trade logic is stupid. So just because your comment is featured in the video doesn't mean they're guaranteed to be brought into the series. So just keep that as a disclaimer as well. But with David Blough as our starting quarterback, we drop, I think our offense dropped a little bit. Did our defense drop? Something dropped there. But looking at the team as a whole, where can we actually get our initial upgrades at? On the offensive line, we have got to bring in some O-linemen. Left tackle. With a 48 overall quarterback, we're going to have more time than normal to be able to throw the football. And with what we have right now, it's an extremely anemic offensive line. We've got to upgrade left tackle, and right guard, and maybe even the center position. So pretty much any offensive lineman we could take right now. Tight end, that's completely solid. David Njoku, he's perfectly fine in the position. Running back's another position that we don't necessarily have to upgrade at. I mean, we have 3 extremely solid running backs, and even we could trade away Duke Johnson. I mean, that's realistic because he wants to be traded away in real life. Also, obviously, this is not an extremely realistic series whatsoever, so if you're about realism, this isn't the series for you. Now, wide receiver, we definitely could add 1 or 2 more guys because I want to give ourselves an extremely talented wide receiver core around David Blough. And the defensive side of things, what can we upgrade here? Because we're most worried about the offense being insane because we need David Blough to win the MVP in this impossible series, but also to be able to make it to the Super Bowl, we got to have a talented defense. So linebacker core, it's pretty subpar. I mean, some of these players are good in real life, but in terms of Madden and their overall, they're extremely low. So need to upgrade a couple linebackers. Definitely need to get a better strong safety. Demarius Randall is fine for now. Our cornerback, we need 1 or 2 more cornerbacks. Denzel Ward's obviously insane, but behind him is a 76 and 74, so that's not that great. Maybe could use 1 better defensive tackle, and Olivier Vernon, I don't know, maybe we upgrade him. Obviously, Myles Garrett is solid, and obviously in special teams, nothing crazy here. But with that said, dudes, this is going to be an impossible task here for our Madden 20 franchise series. And what we are going to do in today's episode is, since we are going to go ahead and get into the regular season, I don't want to waste some of the resources that we have right now to trade away. So between now and week number 1, I am going to be trading away players to get down to the roster limit, and also at the same time try to bring in as many draft picks as possible. First thing, we have a message from an NFL beat report. Review message preseason kickoff. It says, Coach RBT, I'm Taylor Bennett. I'm assigned to cover you and the Cleveland Browns this season. This is the same chick from Face of the Franchise. I just want to introduce myself. I hope your team stays healthy this preseason. I'll be checking in with you later. Good luck. Game day goal. Finish your first preseason game. Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to finish it specifically. Now, one of your team leaders wants to talk. Not sure who this guy is. This is Britton Colquitt, our punter. Coach RBT, before we get too far in the preseason, I just want to offer my 2 cents. I think we should get our rookies playing as much time as possible this preseason, especially if they have a hidden development trait. And I know what this means. Some of the rookies have hidden development traits. We don't know if they're going to be a superstar, a star, etc., etc. So we have to play them so we can unlock that developmental trait, so we know if there's somebody that we can keep around for the duration of a series. Or maybe we can trade them away and bring somebody else in. We're going to go ahead and sim week number 1 and see if we do get it up. It's not that important. Hopefully we don't get anybody injured. So with that said, I'm actually going to, for the preseason alone, I am just going to turn off injuries so we don't have to worry about David Blow getting injured, because that would just completely ruin the series off the start. But we will turn the injuries off for the preseason and see if we can grab a dub in week number 1, and then see when we need to start trading away players because we have to cut them to get into the next week. So we still don't have to cut any player. We did get a win in week number 1, 28-18. We have another message from Taylor Bennett talking about our first preseason game. Hey coach, I know wins and losses don't matter in the preseason, but it's gotta feel good to win your first one. And it's probably too early to speculate, but your ground attack was ferocious. You guys put up some strong rushing numbers, which begs the question, what aspect of your team do you think needs the most improvement this preseason? Offense, for sure, because David Blow's our freaking starting quarterback. Believe me, I'll be spending lots of time with our offense this preseason. Saw good things and saw some bad things. We can always be better. Can't argue with that. Good luck next season, coach. 3+ morale for your defense. I'll take that. Now, into week number 2 of the preseason. Actually, into week number 3. See if we can go 2-0 to start the preseason. No, we lost 31-28. And we still don't need to cut any players yet. So I guess we'll go ahead and advance one final week into week number 4. And we're going to have to cut 19 players. So this is where we're going to have to start trading away 19 players to bring in as much as we possibly can in return for trades. Now also, we can upgrade players here. See if David Blow has any upgrades. Baker Mayfield does, but of course there's no David Blow. So Baker Mayfield's upgraded, so that's going to help us in a potential trade later. So let's see, what's David Blow been doing this preseason? So if we go into league statistics, David Blow thus far has 3 touchdowns to 1 interception. Not awful for a 48 overall quarterback. Now with that said, let's see what the heck I can do here and get our roster limit down. At the same time, hopefully bringing in a couple extra first-round draft picks. So we do get our first trade accepted, as we do ship on 3 players, and it's also like $4 million worth of cap room we did cut because we had a very limited amount of cap space left, only $6 million, but now we're up to $12 million. Rashard Higgins, who was like our 4th wide receiver, we ship him on to the Seattle Seahawks along with Drew Stanton, who we don't need, who was worth like $3 million a year, and Pipkins, our 5th or 6th cornerback, and 66 overall, for the 2nd round draft pick from this year from the Seattle Seahawks. And we also get another 2nd round draft pick, this time from the Atlanta Falcons, for our 4th running back, Hilliard, a 66 overall, Lamb, our backup right tackle, a 67 overall as well, and our backup left guard, Witzman. And we do get the 2nd round draft pick from this year from the Atlanta Falcons. Also, at the same time, cutting 3 more players. Only like, 13 more to go now. So this should be relatively easy. We should be able to bring in the 1st round draft pick from the Giants. It is declined. But I think what I am going to do is throw in another draft pick here so we can get a 1st round draft pick, a pretty big one at that, from the Giants. Throw in our 5th rounder. And with that, it is declined again. So maybe we throw in our 4th round draft pick instead. And it's declined again, man. That's so upsetting. How about a 3rd round draft pick from next year? I really want to get another first for this year. And it was accepted finally. Murray, our backup free safety. Davis, a 68 overall, our 4th defensive tackle, and a 3rd round draft pick from next year for the New York Giants. 7th overall draft pick for this upcoming NFL draft. This time we get another 2nd round draft pick from the Green Bay Packers for a backup right guard, our 3rd left end Smith, and Taylor, our 3rd middle linebacker, 67 overall, from the Green Bay Packers. We also cut about $7 million of cap, and we're now up to, I think, 20 million, 18.4 million in cap room, which is a lot better from the initial 6 million that we started with. So just cutting some crappy players here: a 48 quarterback, Garrett Gilbert, B. Jackson, a 59 overall, and Willies, a 65 overall wide receiver, for a 7th round draft pick, which we'll take from the LA Rams for pretty much nothing. Just players that we were gonna cut. Same thing again, dudes. Cutting some crappy players: Orson Charles, Iguale, and Burris, 67, 62, and 61 that no team wanted, for another 7th round draft pick from the Seattle Seahawks. And last but not least, one final trade to get down actually underneath the roster limit now at 56, a 58, and a 66 for a 7th round draft pick from next year from the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we actually have one spot, so I think we're actually going to sign one free agent. Why is Devonta Freeman a free agent? I am not asking questions, but since we're trying to build the best team possible, for whatever reason, he's a free agent, and we're going to sign this guy, Devonta Freeman, for pretty much free, even if we have to end up trading him away. I did not expect that. Devonta Freeman is now a free agent, so is Frank Gore, but that was unexpected. But dudes, with that, we are now down to the roster limit. We also added a couple more draft picks to the arsenal. And there's a couple of players that we can trade away that we have left on the squad, like a TJ Carey, who I didn't want to trade away yet, but he's worth 7.9 mil, so we'll probably end up trading him away because we are pretty low on cap room right now. And a couple of our linemen, Chris Hubbard, 6.4 mil, and some other ones that are just not worth what their overall is, that we'll probably end up shipping on. But as of right now, dude, in terms of draft picks, we have 2 firsts, we have 4 seconds, a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 2 6th, 3, 4 7ths, and we also have, I believe, 3 7ths from next year. So dudes, that is going to do it for this opening episode of this Madden 20 Impossible franchise, as we do advance into week number 1 of the regular season. Hopefully you guys are excited for this, and make sure in the comment section below to go crazy with your trade suggestions for the next few episodes, because dudes, like I said, I'm probably gonna take 4 or 5 comments from this episode and use them for the next 3 or 4 episodes that I record right now as I do go out of town. If you guys are excited for this, guys, make sure to smash a huge thumbs up. Make sure to thumbs up the comments in the comment section below, the players you do want me to try and get for this team. Subscribe if you are new, turn on the notification bell if you haven't. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. God bless, and peace.